Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result announced on March 1st, 2023 in a very controversial circumstances. And that result is right now being challenged at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, from where it is going to go to the Supreme Court invariably. Now, barely few days before the Presidential Election Petition Court or Petition Tribunal delivers its verdict, which must be delivered on or before 16th of September. That is in a few days' time. Over 1,000 Nigerians and counting have written to the Election Petition Tribunal in an online petition demanding justice from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja. This is an unprecedented development, but you cannot take away from it that this election in Nigeria, which the outcome is being determined by the court, is the most anticipated election in Nigeria's history. Not since Al Gore and George Bush disputation over the result of American presidential election has the world seen anything like what we are witnessing in Nigeria right now, where there are strong indications that the person who was announced the winner could, in the end, not be the winner because of the evidence that are bound in the court right now. Or the court can as well go ahead and confirm him. But the fact remains that not since George Bush and Al Gore has the world and Nigerians paid attention to the outcome of a presidential election petition tribunal like this is happening right now. So it is not therefore surprising that few days to the verdict of that court concerned Nigerians, over 1,000 in an online petition. And I can tell you, before you watch this, the numbers must have ballooned more than what it is right now, seeking for justice from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. They signed this petition demanding justice from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja. The petition called on the judges to prioritize the welfare and interest of Nigeria and its people above anything else. It also called on the judges to be mindful of the international community's opinion and commentaries on the election while adjudicating based on the evidence presented before the tribunal. The petition was initiated by the Coalition of Concerned Nigerians, CCN, which they submitted to the judges. And part of the statement said, by delivering a just and unbiased verdict, you will not only uphold the principles of justice, but also inspire faith and confidence in our judiciary. The petition was addressed to the Honorable Justice Haruna Samani, who is the chairman of that petition tribunal. And the petition reads in part, it says, we, the coalition of concerned Nigerians, write to you today with a deep sense of responsibility and a firm belief in the sanctity of justice. As the lead judge of the esteemed panel of judges entrusted with the critical task of adjudicating on the 2023 Presidential Election Petition. We implore you to honor and strictly abide by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to which you have all solemnly sworn allegiance. At this pivotal time in Nigeria's history, we call upon you to prioritize the welfare and interests of our great nation above any individual concerns. Nigeria stands at a watershed this moment, where citizens from all corners of our diverse nation have united to safeguard our democracy through free, fair, and credible elections. We trust in your wisdom and impartiality to recognize the gravity of this moment. It is crucial to note that invited and accredited election observers, such as the European Union Mission, have presented detailed reports highlighting numerous aberrations before, during, and after the elections. These reports, along with the other substantial evidence, have been diligently presented before this tribunal. We beseech you to consider this vital piece of evidence, and apply the law with the utmost objectivity and fairness. The judiciary hold the sacred responsibility of being the last hope of the common man. Nigerians at home and abroad anxiously look forward to you for justice in this unprecedented and distinct election. Your decisions will profoundly impact the course of our nation's future. This is a golden opportunity for each of you to etch your names in the annals of Nigerian history by upholding the principles of justice and equity. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. As guardians of justice, we implore you to recognize the profound importance of your role and the impact it has on our society as a whole. By delivering a just and unbiased verdict, you will not only uphold the principles of justice, but also inspire faith and confidence in our judiciary. Justice delayed is justice denied. Let us unite in our pursuit of a Nigeria where justice prevails and democracy thrives. This is the opinion of concerned Nigerians who has gone online to sign petition and forwarded it to the chairman of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, sitting in Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. Like I said, this election verdict that Nigerians are expecting is the most anticipated presidential election verdict ever in Nigeria's history. The world is watching. Nigerians are watching. And why is it necessary that this group of Nigerians had taken it upon themselves to write a petition to the judiciary? They did this because they want the judiciary to take opportunity of this presidential election petition to redeem itself, because the ratings of Nigerian judiciary is at all-time low. The rating of Nigerian judiciary is at all-time low, especially the verdict that the judiciary had delivered in election petitions. It had been anything but salutary. Even prominent members of the judiciary, including Olisa Abakoba, SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and so many others, they have had occasions to complain about the kind of verdicts that are coming out from Nigerian judiciary. Not forgetting Professor Chidodun Kanu, SAN, former Director General of Human Rights Commission. He has had a lot of occasion to question even the processes of the emergence of members of the justices, how the judges are recruited and all that. And you can see that this coalition of concerned Nigerians are particularly reminding the justices of the tribunal that they have a redemption mission to do, because the just judiciary is supposed to be the last hope of the common man. It had to be the body that when every other arms of government get it wrong, the judiciary cannot afford to make a mistake. That is what this group are calling on them to do. Do not make a mistake about this election. Do not be partisan. Do not pander to any individual. Work strictly according to the Constitution. Work strictly according to the oath of allegiance you have sworn. Because there have been, before now, particularly in recent time, verdicts from the courts that had left a lot of Nigerians very concerned. For example, many of you have heard about the case of the former Senate President, Ahmed Lawal, who contested for the presidential ticket of the All Progressive Congress. When he lost that opportunity, when he was defeated by Alhaji Tinubu at the primaries, he went back and picked the senatorial ticket from his state in Yobe State, which was an unprecedented thing, because the Electoral Act was clear on this, that you cannot contest for two elective positions, seek for nomination for two elective positions. But the court, Supreme Court ruled in his favor to go and pick that nomination. And he picked the nomination. Today he's sitting pretty in the Senate. The same thing applied to Senator Godswill Akpabio. He was among those who paid 100 million naira for to be able to contest for the presidential ticket of the All Progressive Congress. He lost. I doubt whether he was able to get any votes at all. But he lost and went back and emerged the senatorial candidate. I'm one of the senatorial candidates of APC in Akwa Ibom State, and today he's the Senate President, calling the shots on who gets what in Abuja and elsewhere. So that, my friend, is the reason that must have inspired these people to write to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Because I know that in a very short while, some people will accuse them of harassing the justices or pressuring them. This is not pressuring. It is to remind them of their responsibility. It was to remind them of the Constitution. Perhaps they have forgotten. It is to remind them what is most important is the nation. A verdict that will be in the interest of the nation and not in the interest of a few individuals. That is what these people are calling for. They are not pressuring them. They are reminding them. And that becomes necessary because of our recent historical development in the judiciary. Who will forget the drama that ensued at the valedictory session of the Senate, 9th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when Senator Rochas Okorocha tried to make light of it, but it was a serious matter. When in his valedictory speech, he was talking to Ahmed Lawan, who was sitting as the Senate President, and made joke of it and said, "Look, you are very smart, both of us, because Rochas contested for the PPC presidential ticket and lost out, and he abided by the law and went home to lick his wounds." So when talking, while delivering his valedictory speech, he was now looking at Senate President on the face. I said, "Look, you are a political, you are very politically crafty or something of that nature. Both of us contested for the ticket of the APC, the presidential ticket of APC. How did you manage to return to the Senate? This your political sagacity or whatever. You need to write a book about it so that we will learn how you did it." But that was a way of taking jab on the judiciary. How the man managed to come back to the Senate after contesting for the president, for the presidential ticket of his party. So these are the issues of concern. These are the issues of concern. That is why the time we are in are really an unprecedented time, as these people are saying. They are not saying that they should favor any political party. From my reading of this, they didn't say they should favor Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, or Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, or Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, and the man who is sitting pretty right now, until the court says otherwise, as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What they are saying is that this tribunal, make sure you follow the law, make sure you follow the Constitution. So anybody going after these people now, claiming that they are pressuring the justices or they are blackmailing them, is not getting it right. The essence of those who are in charge of our lives, whether in the judiciary, in the executive, or in the legislature, is to do our bidding. We, the ordinary Nigerians, those of us who are occupying the office of the citizen, we have to hold them accountable. So what these people are calling for is to hold the tribunal members accountable. Accountable to the oath they have sworn, accountable to Nigeria, accountable to the Constitution, that they should not narrow their minds in the interest of a few individuals. Let the Constitution, let the Electoral Act, let the Constitution, let the Electoral Act, let the law be their guiding principle in arriving at their verdict. And they took time to remind them that whatever verdict they are coming with, they should also note that people are watching. They reminded them of the European Union electoral election observers, what they have said about the election. And they are not alone. So reminding them whatever they are coming with, they should also note that the world will not be fooled. If they come up with something that are not in line with the expectations of Nigerians and the world, that the world will take note. It's as simple as that. Because whatever verdict they will give, the European Union Observer Mission have already said and written reports that expose everything that happened in the 2023 presidential election. They should be reminded of that. And this coalition reminded them. And those Nigerians that have already signed the petition, they are also passing the same message. Ensure that you follow the rule of law. Ensure that you follow the Constitution. Do not deliver the kind of judgment that will become subject of debate. There should be clarity in your judgment. Your judgment should be as clear as ABC. Very understandable, very lucid, very clear. And it should be able to meet the demands of fairness, justice, and equity. And it must be in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is all these people are asking for. They are not asking for anything more. They are now asking that anybody be favored. They want the Constitution to be followed. They want the law to be followed. And if the tribunal follows the law and the Constitution and the Electoral Act, Nigerians will know. Because the laws, the Electoral Act and everything, they are written in English language. And they are accessible to many Nigerians to be able to understand it. They will be able to know when a verdict is done according to the law, according to the Constitution, according to the Electoral Act. And when it is done, when the verdict is done to favor a few political interests, Nigerians will know. Don't be deceived. Even if they receive it calmly, if it goes against what their expectations are, don't be deceived that they don't know what they want. They know it. Nigerians know what they want. And it is in the interest of the justices and the nation that they should deliver justice in line with the expectations of Nigerian people. For crying out loud, Nigerians know who they voted for president in 2023. If that verdict that is coming in the next few days reflect that, you will see the joy unprecedented on the streets of Nigeria. But if it doesn't go according to that verdict as Nigerians voted, we are going to see largely peace. But what kind of peace? Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video. When you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you and God bless you and yours. Like, I have to end this video by also reminding Nigerians that the trending video or the trending hashtag in Nigeria right now is all eyes on the judiciary, and it will remain so until the courts give its verdict on or before 16th of September. And then when the Supreme Court will give its own final verdict, then we'll now know who actually won the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria, and then begin to get ready for the next political process of our country. God bless you.